Happy holidays, everyone. Time for our holiday special featuring Anthony Davis. Scott OG is dropping in for some winning tips. We're hanging with community member Poor Boy Sin, and we have your top plays. Welcome to our annual 2K TV holiday special.
Happy holidays, everybody.
I don't know about you, but I love this time of year. It's getting colder. You want to stay cozy inside, so you probably are playing 2K all day.
Yes, I know my Christmas day is going to consist of a lot of 2K, family, some more 2K, friends, some more 2K, and then sneaking out to Staples Center to watch the Lakers and Clippers go head-to-head on Christmas Day.
You forgot of presents. Presents are the best part.
I love giving presents.
I love receiving presents. And you guys may have received 2K20, and if you're joining us for the first time, welcome.
What better way to tip off this holiday special than to talk to 2K20 cover athlete Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, welcome back to NBA 2K TV, and more importantly, welcome back to the NBA 2K cover.
All right, thank you.
Now, you are notably an avid NBA 2K player. What modes do you like to play?
I just really started playing my player. It's fun, like some of my friends, we go 5-on-5 runs and create your team, the uniforms in the gym and everything, and I kind of was like in charge of that, so we had it laid out pretty nice, and but most of the time we go to the parks, and run 3-on-3 and just take over.
What kind of team are you creating? You have the neat team name? What's the crew?
Our last one was, it's weird because it was the Warriors, but
okay.
It wasn't because of the actual Warriors, but we were called the Warriors.
It's always interesting to me. I ask players when they do play my player, what kind of my players do they build? Do you take it back to your high school days when you were running point guard and create like a small guy, or do you stay like power forward and big?
So I stay power forward. I stay 6'10", but I get all the guard attributes, like handling all the way up, everything. So I like to be like kind of a guard skill set when I'm playing.
I have to ask, a lot of players play 2K around the league. Who's the best NBA 2K player that you've played against?
That I played against? I haven't played against many, but Ian Clark claims he's like the ultimate 2K player. He's pretty good. Him and Darius Miller, they're pretty good in 2K.
Now you're with your new team. Yeah. You're gonna claim the stake of the best NBA 2K player on the Lakers?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Like, until I'm beaten, I'm the best.
I love it. Well, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us on NBA 2K TV. Best of luck this season.
Thank
I know
you.
The whole world is ready to watch.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
I'm the 2K MC, and it's time for Winter Madness in the neighborhood. That's right, it's back. Drop into my career, reach the NBA, and hit up these 2K compete events all week long. Each event adds a new way to compete in the neighborhood, so jump in and win. Because we're also bringing back the 2K TV Winter Madness MVPs. Hit the top tier in the most events on your platform, and we'll hook you up with 250,000 VC. Remember, 2K compete events also give double rep. And in NBA 2K20, if you rep up and hit legend, you'll show up right here with these legends. Congratulations. Those outfits are sick. Winter Madness is also hitting swags in the neighborhood. All year, we've been dropping designer clothing, and as we count down to 2020, you're getting second chances, and we're debuting new brands to rock on your My Player. but you can get exclusive real-world kicks for yourself through MyPlayerNation. On December 26th, set your alarm for 7 a.m. Pacific time to take on the Nike Gamer Exclusive Challenge. Think you can outscore Kobe's Christmas Day high of 42 points? Pull that off in a MyPlayerNation game and win to unlock a digital Kobe Proto Chaos GE shoe, and you'll be eligible to purchase a very limited edition physical shoe. Seriously rare, like you'll be one in 2,200 people in the world rocking these. These will go fast, so don't snooze. Pay attention to the billboards, get in on the Winter Madness, and I'll be back later with your top plays.
In a special 3-part series, gameplay producer Scott O'Gallagher is back to give you guys winning tips. He's a former pro, he's a champion, and he's a Hall of Famer.
And I think he is one of the best basketball minds that we have behind the scenes here at NBA 2K, but most importantly, he's a fellow Lakers fan.
Oh, this guy. Scott's going to teach you about basketball concepts that you can use on the sticks and on the real court, so pay attention. Scott, teach him.
What's going on, 2K TV fans? It's Scott O'Gallagher here, and we're back. Your favorite segment, Winning Tips. In order to be a winner, we got to set the foundation for you defensively, so let's keep it locked right here. When playing 5-on-5 basketball, part of being a smart player is recognizing which set the offense is in. There's 5 out with 5 perimeter players along the 3-point line. There's 4 out with 4 offensive players around the 3-point line and 1 big inside. Or there's 3 out, 2 in, which is 3 perimeter players along the 3-point line and 2 post guys inside. When you see 5 perimeter players along the 3-point line, typically what you're going to see is a lot of pass and cut movement, along with high screen and roll action. Due to this type of spacing, you are susceptible defensively to give up layups or corner threes. Typically, when you see a 4-out, 1-in offense, you're going to see high screen roll action with 1 good post player and 4 perimeter shooters. Three out, 2 in. This is your old traditional 2-post offense. This is an offense that likes to slow the game down, muddy it up by throwing it inside. Now let's talk on the ball. As regarding the basketball, the most important thing we got to do is identify it and keep it one direction. So as the ball's coming up, we got to pick the ball up at half court or just past half court. One of the things I like to talk to college players about is the house. Imagine a roof of the house that we've built in the half court. As soon as we establish our pickup point at the top of the house, we want to force it one direction along the roof. We want to keep the ball going baseline. As we're guarding the ball in the half court, we want to make sure that we treat the sideline as our 6th defender and the baseline as our 7th defender. So essentially, we're forcing the ball to the sides to box the dribbler in. Let's talk about a rule that's discussed in all levels of basketball, and that's the concept of no middle. When we keep the ball going baseline, we limit passing and shooting angles. Once that ball goes middle, help collapses, passing angles open, and now open shot opportunities are there for days. Whether you're playing My Career or you're in real life, in order to be a great defender, not only do you got to be solid on ball, but you got to be a great off-ball defender. Let's first start off with our positioning off ball. The most important thing we got to know is, are we 1 pass or 2 passes away? Now, as we take a look at this example here, the ball is up top. A pass to the wings is 1 pass away. A pass to the corner, that's 2 passes away. If it's 1 pass away, we got to be tightened up to our man and our man ball line. But if you're 2 passes away, you can sag off, be in position to help on a drive, and still make it back to your defender if there's a skip pass. You've heard me say it in the past. Now we got to talk about our man ball line. We need to draw a straight line from the ball handler all the way to our defensive assignment. Oh, look at the kid still has it, butt down, chest up. This hand should see the ball. This hand should see my assignment. Why is this important? So you can help and close out to your man. But if you're a big man or you're a defender on that weak side low post where your offensive player is in that short corner area, depending on how well he shoots it, you gotta be 2'9". What is 2'9"? Draw a line straight down the middle of the basket. 2'9" is right in the middle of the key between your man and the ball. You gotta be right there, and you can only be there for 2.9 seconds before you get that defensive 3-second violation. Remember that if there's two players on the weak side, that most NBA teams help from the low weak side man out. As an off-ball weak side defender, you're responsible for cutters and drivers. You gotta be on that 2'9" as long as you can, and you gotta see man and ball always. These tips apply to whether you're on the digital hardwood or the real hardwood. Join me here next week as we break down how to defend the pick and roll. And until next time, winners win, and I'm out.
The NBA 2K community is like none other.
Yes, we've heard stories about how 2K has impacted people's lives and given them a platform to take their love of basketball off court.
It's really been amazing to see, and we want to recognize those that are doing good things in the NBA 2K community with a new series called My 2K Life.
First up, let's take a look at the man behind Poor Boy Sin.
NBA 2K has affected my life in a major way. It's like my peace. Playing the game and playing NBA 2K is like my peace. When I'm going through something bad in my life, I'll just pick up NBA 2K and it'll just take my mind off everything. I'm Poor Boy Sin, and this is my 2K life. We here. He got a green? See, that's a right there. I'm a YouTuber / Twitch streamer. That's green. Yes, sir. I make comp gameplay videos on YouTube. I play NBA 2K almost on a daily. He quit out. And I like making content on it. Yeah, with y'all on the next stream, man. Y'all have a blessed night or morning whenever you're watching this, because we do have some international people watching. People would be surprised to know about me.
Because you're a YouTuber?
No, about you.
Oh.
I have 3 kids, 3 beautiful daughters that I'm very loving and caring of. And they give me a lot of motivation to do the things that I do in my life. Huh? No, but can't walk too slow. Come on. Being a father and a content creator, being a father is first, but trying to be a father and a content creator, I have to sacrifice a lot of my sleep. Let me try and get into a game real quick. I like to content create and play the game a lot when they're asleep or when they're at school. My real goal is to make sure my daughters have a good future in life. And pretty much everything I do is working towards that. You can sit in Kelly's car seat. When they come home from school, and it's just all love and care for them.
No!
Chanel, why are you taking off your shoes already? I grew up on the northeast side of Portland, Oregon. 503 NEP. So shouts out to that side of Portland. I'm the oldest of 2 brothers and 2 sisters. Growing up in Portland, Oregon was pretty hard because my mother, she was a single mother, and she had to take care of my one sister, my brother, and myself. And I started playing basketball in about 3rd, 4th grade, all the way up into community college. My freshman year in high school, I didn't make the basketball team. It taught me to go harder, go past the limit when you're doing something you want to achieve in life. I had to finally let go of. But everybody has hoop dreams. Everybody wants to make it to the NBA. But all in all, some point in your life, you gotta come to reality and realize I could still be a lover of the game from a distance. I find that at playing NBA 2K. My biggest supporter in my family is my cousin Charles. He's been telling me to not stop since 2K17. So growing up, it kept me out of trouble. I think I was in 5th grade when NBA 2K first came out, which was 1999. 2K was like real simulation. I mean, me and my cousin, we were very competitive. Competitive in everything we did, in every game we played. So 2K felt real balanced, and it was new, and Allen Iverson was on the cover, so it had to be good. Around 2K17, I was going through a real rough point in my life trying to figure out what I want to do. And I seen Pretty Boy Fredo streaming on Twitch, and I see him playing NBA 2K and seeing everybody showing him love and support for playing NBA 2K, and I was just like, hey, I'm good at NBA 2K, maybe I can be good at streaming and content creating as well. So NBA 2K17 came out, and I was the first top rep for Old Town Flyers. Shouts out to Old Town Flyers out there. That's how I became Poor Boy Sin. Let's go.
Legends Sin! Let's go!
Let's go.
99! Let's go!
It's your boy, Poor Boy Sin, featured on 2K TV.
Person with the most wins in the playground.
Poor boy.
Poor boy.
Poor boy.
Poor boy Sin.
Your boy finally did it, man.
Park NBA 2K every year. I did Park when nobody wanted to do all Park to 99 overall. I was one of the first legends in NBA 2K20 in the first 2 months. And it's been a wonderful grind. I've played over 30,000 Park games over the past 4 years. I've been a top rep every year, one of the first top reps every year. I play with a lot of IQ. I play with a lot of fundamental. I like to watch the floor a lot, be aware of everything that's going on the court. I don't like to be predictable. You have to learn how to stop me if you feel like I am predictable. Winning it isn't a big thing, but it is a big thing when playing 2K. 2K community is the reason why I continue to go for top rep every year. I never thought I would get that much love and support from people that I don't even know. And the poll don't stand for poll. What's going on, Twitch family? When people think of Poor Boy Sin, remember playground legend, somebody that wanted to be outside of the box when it came to content creating on 2K. I want everybody to remember that I looked out for the Park community. When you think of Poor Boy Sin, I want you to think of Portland, Oregon boy sincere, because that's what Poor Boy Sin stands for. Think of me as a sincere individual who plays 2K with a passion. Green up, yes sir.
Oh yeah! It is top plays time with the one, the only 2KMC. This week, we're showcasing your best alley-oops. Lob it up! Getting things started with Brandon Ho, 23. Catching the oop from half court, but that ain't it. Picks off the pass and tosses the 360 self-oop for the win. 2 oops for the price of 1. Next is Angelica04 playing some Pro-Am 3v3 on Quick Buck. Running the break and throwing up the lob for the 360 flush. Showing us the pinpoint accuracy from deep. Now we've got Joe Buddy NC910. Getting the steal, tosses the self-oop, then throwing the no-look lob at the last second. That's a good point guard right there. Coach always told me, reward your big for running the floor. Last up is Young X Got Next and the squad. Game point, getting the double up with the reverse finish. ending the game the right way, showing off the chemistry. Now vote for your favorite. And if you want to see your play up here, then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. This is the 2KMC, and I gotta go. But I'll be back next week with your State Farm assists of the month.
We hope you are all enjoying the holidays. We have so much more coming up in the next couple of weeks. We look forward to spending hours with you.
And before we go, we need to congratulate the winners of the NBA 2K United Masters soundtrack contest. There are 10 winner songs in the game right now.
So let's meet them. Here's a special video introduction.
And from all of us here at 2K TV, happy holidays.
Hello?
Quantrell, 14. Yo, is this anonymous?
Your song has been selected for NBA 2K20.
Oh, that's what's up.
I got so many ice on the lights. I paid 150 for the Jesus.
Humble, I guess that's the word I can use. They could have picked anybody, but they picked my song.
He came to show up.
But I could tell by his raspy voice, he was like, yo, man, you won. I was like, oh, shit.
I'm high key, drip to OP, hurt with the block in the league.
It's something that I've dreamed of, like having my song in the game.
Get out so we pray, if weather in the way, cause I'm back on my today. Big Bass, Big Duffy, Big Chase.
Right here with 2K, we going crazy.
It's been so great. I appreciate you guys.
Know that I'm gonna be a high key, drip to OP.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, what you working on? Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. See you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Keep it going.
Hey, yo, right here, right here.
Let's go. Now we're rolling. Again.
See you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
I see him. Shot.
Get your mind right.
Just like that.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Stay there.
This is the 2KMC, and I'm fired up to present your top poster dunks and one finishes. We've all heard sharing is caring, and I want to spread the love this week. Let's have legendary sports broadcaster and the voice of NBA 2K, Kevin Harlan, present the first of our top 4 plays.
And they come down the lane. Here comes the GOAT.
This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Get hip or get stuck.
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Heat taking on the Lakers. For the Heat, they now hold 6th place in the Eastern Conference. And as we're moving into the back half of the season, they're looking to climb higher. Lakers, Heat. We'll be right back on 2K Sports. Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Perry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Take a look at the Heat. Solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place.
And when you look at Miami, they've started the season on a high note.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, LeBron James is closing in on the top 3 all-time list in scoring. LeBron said, "It's an honor," but he added, "Scoring has never been on my list of goals. Facilitating, rebounding, defending, getting blocked shots and things of that nature, always ranked above that."
He can impact the game in so many ways. DA, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Heat, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jay Crowder. And there's Iguodala. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Dragic. Making a change here. Nunn's checked in. And the Lakers making a change here. Dragic, the pass to Adebayo. Crowder against Davis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Both good from the line that time. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here at first. Kicks it to McGee. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. James, that's a 2-pointer. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and swats that shot away.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Miami. Robinson comes in for Goran Dragic. And the Lakers also making a switch. Kuzma's checked in. Here's Adebayo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Adebayo's got 8 points.
Now that's how you draw it up right there. A screen, shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Lets it go. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Here's Nunn. He had 13 points in the win against Atlanta. Outside Butler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis, and it's Green in for Dion Waiters.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
The game now all-time.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Crying his luck from deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
And it led to them getting a bunch of points at the free throw line. So that aggressiveness caused foul trouble for their opponent. It was a great aggressive attitude that they played with.
Shot clock at 2. Robinson for 3. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And it's Butler with the jam.
And how about the speed there from Butler? Just a knack for knowing where to run in transition.
And so Green will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss. Morris, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Passes it to Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing your name.
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me, I don't think about it because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You go out there and control what you can control. You know, try to help your team win games, play to the best of your abilities. And if it just so happens you get traded, then you got to suit up and play for the next team.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Miami. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Then it's Jones. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point. Back to Morris. Clock at 4. Can't hit from the corner. The Heat leading by 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And the Lakers call time here. Brent, for your money, who's the most complete player? Teams deciding to change it up. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Rebound by Olynyk.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. The Heat making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. Danny Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Lakers trail by 11. Out left to the wing. From 10 feet out. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Here's Olynyk, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Olynyk's got the lead up to 13 now for the Heat.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
35 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Green taking his time here. 5 on the clock to stop the run. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Butler. And he lays it straight in. Butler's got 6.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Murray right side. It'll count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the... Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly. Good substitution here for the Lakers. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Taking a look at Los Angeles. JaVale McGee is out there with Morris. And it's LeBron James. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night. There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. I'll do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. .136 left here in the third quarter.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster in the memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The Heat leading by 14. A 3-ball. Rebound by JaVale McGee. Los Angeles has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And James throws it down.
Yeah, LeBron on the alley-oop. Great getting loose on the backside, and what a pass.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. And Adebayo throws it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. The Heat shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Here's Nunn. Covered by LeBron. And stolen by James. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And that quick first step that Caldwell-Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness.
This is his first free throw of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. good on the second free throw. Murray against Butler. Misses the layup. And so it's the Miami Heat looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll return shortly.
Muitos nomes, né? Assim, parecidos. Penso que sim, bro.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Jay Crowder out there with Olynyk. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. It's the group on the floor for Miami. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Cannons the shot with nobody near him. And the Heat lead by 15. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. From when you look back at all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but you know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely. From year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Heat. Pass to Robinson. Iguodala against Green. There's the pass to Olynyk. That 3 off the mark. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Three-pointer on the way. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Time now for an injury report. And now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Anthony Davis is doing. David.
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Lakers. From what he saw, it seems to be a strain in his lower back, and that is never good news. You don't want to hear this news, as most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Butler nails both of them. From deep three-point range, misses the shot. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, for Greg Anthony, Ed Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Think about Dak injuries are rough business, and it looks like this one could be as bad as it could possibly be, according to preliminary reports.
Prayers up.
You ever had problems?
This week, we're saying goodbye to 2019 and looking back at this season's best moments so far. Scott OG is back. We will have your insider guide to 2K20's My Team and My Career, plus your top plays.
Happy New Year!
Or technically, it could still be 2019 if you're watching this before Wednesday, but if not, guess what? It's 2020 and we have so many new things to look forward to this year.
Yeah, and a part of this year's New Year's special, we are taking a look back at 2019 and we are celebrating this 2K20 season.
It's hard to believe that we're 17 weeks in and we've already had so many great moments that we've shared with you.
So let's take a look at that.
You recorded virtual LeBron throwing an alley-oop pass to virtual Anthony Davis, and you got so excited that you actually texted that to LeBron. So what was his response?
Yeah, he was excited to be able to do that for the first time, you know, on 2K. It was fun.
What movements are a part of your game that need to be in 2K20?
Well, first, the baby hair has to be in 2K.
Yeah, the physical attributes are really important.
Yes, and then also just like my pattern, I think the hop that I do, I always set up my move with a hop.
Getting tough in the paint with my bows and my nose. I do bows and nose. Thomas Middleditch, who plays Bailey, is hilarious.
Oh, right. Sorry, man. What? I'm expecting someone who shaves? Yeah, I know.
This cover is epic. I mean, it's so colorful. It has the Miami vibes.
Yeah.
It's got your son's hair on it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is the best cover of all time?
Of course, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
No, I think it's great. You know, the thing that was cool for me is that my son was able to be in the commercial. I just threw it away, though. Like, yeah, you gotta go do something with 2Ks.
Yeah, no big deal, but this is gonna be like the biggest moment.
Anthony Davis and Zion Williams. You know you're gonna be on there with those guys.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K. I love 2K.
Well, so now he has his takeover, which is not good news for Red City Boy.
It's not. I'm in trouble. I gotta get a steal.
No! And there it is. AD, 5-3. I like it, though. That's your first time on the sticks, though.
From past or present NBA players, who you got?
I got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, myself, and Pistol Pete Maravich.
How many games you guys
Actually, I'm going to trade Pistol Pete for Steph Curry because he's my favorite player right now.
One more final hey guys for our fans out there.
Of course. Hey guys. Whoa. My whole camera almost fell over doing that. That's how excited I got.
What's this whole experience been like for you being the #1 pick? Because the fans are going crazy.
I mean, it's been a dream come true. Now I'm just kind of like enjoying the process.
I've been dreaming about this, you know, playing the NBA, and I got drafted, you know, first round, and it's big time.
Is there any pass that you're looking forward to getting into the game?
I would say like the between the leg, like dropping it off behind you pass. I mean, I'm a flashy guy.
My guy better be snagging rebounds, pushing the ball, dunking up the middle of the lane, If 2K can have that intensity of how I play on there, I'll be like, yeah, that's my guy.
Of course, we had to dress up a little bit early.
What are you?
I am a referee here to officiate the 2K community.
You grew up in a very athletic family.
Mm-hmm.
What was the competition like?
Heated.
Yeah?
No one comes home unless they're crying in the car. So
Yeah, that's
how it was.
So what were you crying over when you were playing against your
Because
family?
my dad would never give me calls against my sister, but she was like 5 years older. Nah, AD's too good on here. You guys set me up. I feel like you did.
What do you guys have to say to each other about the little rep race going on between you two?
Just like Chalk said, he probably didn't even expect to be number one. I wouldn't even call it a rep race, to be honest.
How about you, Chalk?
As tough as this grind is, I can respect somebody who's doing it the right way because there's a lot of people out there who aren't.
When we play inside in the rec, it's more like, for me, it's more like game. Like I'm coaching them on my headset. Like, yo, Ryan, space the floor. Make sure you set a screen.
You wake up brushing your teeth like...
You gotta get the jaw movement, and there you go. There you go. Throw it up and catch it. Okay.
Seeing the little legend symbol underneath the helicopter, see my player fly through, there was no better feeling than that.
Yo! First legend on NBA 2K20, baby.
These dance moves for him are terrible.
Why do you have to say that? I'm all happy and, you know, you have to tone me down.
This is the first time I've ever done this. This is like very new for me.
All right, I think we're done for today. 50 free throws each and you're done.
I don't have a watch, but I know it's 2K TV challenge time.
Ooh, my favorite kind of time. Let's take a look at all the glorious winners, and there's nobody.
This is where it all started for me. Honestly, it's just giving back, you know, to my roots, giving back to the people that I want to be a part of, the community I want to touch, and people to be able to see me, and you know, just having that direct streamline back to this community, it means everything.
I saw you down there playing 2K20 with Ronnie. Tell me, who is better, you or Ronnie?
I was, but you know, the drink fell on my foot, so Ronnie went to go lay it up, and he ended up beating me by like 4 points. So.
Oh, I like the excuses.
It's crazy.
4-5.
Come on.
Katie down the lane.
Yo.
Hook shot.
Oh
he took it out of the air.
Oh my God. This isn't cool.
If you saw anything that you missed, remember, you can always go to the main menu, head to 2K TV, and watch all of our past episodes.
That's right, there's more gold in there, and guess what? All those 2K TV interactives are still available on every episode.
Check it out.
Oh, we are back. I'm the 2K MC, and the Winter Madness is continuing in the neighborhood. We only have a few days left, but remember, we're looking for who can reach the top tier of 2K Compete events and crowning 5 MVPs at the end. 1 MVP per platform and 250,000 VC is at stake. So jump in this weekend and win. But that's not the only stakes this week. Tuesday is the 8th Ruffles Ridge Tournament of Champions. And once the 4-pointers stop in the neighborhood, the overall winner will be chosen and on their way to NBA All-Star Weekend in Chicago. So keep your eye on the billboards, get your swag on, and compete. I'll be back later with your top assists of the month.
We're back, winning tips. Now it's time to go over the most common play. And it's the most common play in our game, and that's the high pick and roll. There are 5 ways in 5 different settings that you can use in NBA 2K20 to defend the pick and roll. First, let's get started with the hard hedge. The hard hedge is an aggressive pick and roll defense. It's designed to make the ball handler go back where he came from. He will stay there for approximately 2 to 3 dribbles before returning back to his assignment. The next one is a soft hedge. Very similar to the hard hedge, only that he's only going to stay for a dribble before returning back to his assignment. Now it's time to talk about the catch edge. The catch edge is the most common pick and roll coverage played by centers in the NBA. The responsibility of the catch edge defender is 2 things. 1, he cannot allow a straight line drive from the ball handler to the rim. And second, he cannot allow the roller to get behind him. He's basically zoning one spot in between the two offensive players. Keep in mind that when you play this coverage, you are giving up the 15-foot jump shot. That is what this pick and roll coverage is designed to do. Probably the most common pick and roll coverage across the league is switching. This one is straightforward. You are switching assignments with the screener, and you want to be able to handle this at the primary level. Now, when the ball is on the wings, the most common pick and roll defense you'll see is called ice. The ice defense is to isolate the ball on one side of the floor. The on-ball defender will jump to the middle of the floor, get on the hip of the ball handler, and push it to the baseline side. And he's pushing it to the big who is dropping off, playing very similar to catch-hedge principles. All right, so now we got to go over off-ball screens. And in NBA 2K20, there are 3 different ways to play these off-ball screens. First, let's go over. This off-ball screen coverage is used to get on the hip of the offensive player and trail them over the top of the screen. This coverage is mostly used on shooters. You want to use this against guys like Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving. You want to use this against guys of that shooting caliber. Now there's under. We're going to get under the screen towards the basketball. We want to use this pick and roll coverage against guys who don't shoot it very well and prefer to attack the rim off of the catch. And the most common off-ball screen coverage is the switch. If you want to eliminate confusion or easy shots coming off of these screens, you can switch them. Let's not forget, when you talk about the high screen and roll game, the purpose of this is to try to get either the ball handler or the screener open. But depending on these defenses, you're going to give up something. Using these defensive pick and roll schemes, you can limit their options. Hey, we're not trying to tell you which button here to press shoot. We're trying to translate your game into victories. Now that you've watched these 2 parts, you're already a better player. Now I encourage you to go finish your My Career story, because next week we're going into the neighborhood. And you know the rules, winners win, and I'm out.
Every year, My Career brings you a fresh story that takes you on a journey.
That's right, and this year's story has you rubbing some shoulders with some pretty big names.
Rubbing shoulders with LeBron, Idris Elba, Rosario Dawson. I mean, we could go on, but you have to see it for yourself.
But there is so much more to My Career mode, and this year is more robust than ever before.
Like My Player Nation, right?
That's right, and we've compiled all there is to do in this mode, so check out this guide. My Career is your chance to live the life of an NBA superstar. Before you start, you can load up the My NBA 2K20 app and scan your face into the game. Then, use the brand new My Player Builder to create your skill set and physical abilities. When you're done, you can test the build at any overall rating you'd like, with teams that you choose. Find your perfect fit and dive into When the Lights Are Brightest.
Jay?
The new My Career story created in partnership with Maverick Carter and LeBron James's Spring Hill Entertainment.
It's too important to me. Answer the question, coach. Hey, watch your tone, okay?
This star-studded cast will guide your journey to be drafted into the NBA. But making the roster is only the beginning. You have full control of your career. Team practices and working out at the Gatorade training facility will improve your skills, and endorsement opportunities can expand your My Players brand. Hit the neighborhood for online games in the playground, trampoline basketball in the cages, 5-on-5 in the rec, or create an organized team with stat tracking and Pro-Am, which has a new 3v3 court sitting out back. The neighborhood often transforms with 2K Compete events, giving you new ways to experience My Career. Then there's My Player Nation. Join your team's current roster to play real-life matchups all season long. Go for the win because players for the opposition are trying to take your team down. Each result will be added up, and the team with the highest win percentage will earn that W. Then, at the end of the NBA regular season, we will have our own alternate reality playoffs. Can you rep your team to the My Player Nation Championship?
My Team is all about customization as you create your best fantasy lineup. Use current NBA players or stars from the past, use your favorite jerseys, play on your favorite court, or upload custom images and be the team you want to be. New to My Team this year, Evolution Cards. In your starter pack, you will receive an Evolution card of the player you choose. You can then evolve these cards to a higher gem color just by playing games. Many Evolution cards have already been released this year, and you can earn even more by playing Domination, where you take on 99 teams with some top-tier prizes, if you can beat them all. Challenges return with the addition of new Spotlight challenges. These sets have their own special collections based around the careers of spectacular players. Compete in Isaiah Thomas's first game, recreate Iguodala's triple-double, and experience the final game of Dwayne Wade's illustrious career. Triple Threat is also back with 3-on-3 games and new rewards, including a Galaxy Opal Dominique Wilkins. That is simply too much to handle. Play Triple Threat online and take on the world for prizes with each win. This year, the My Team Unlimited stage is being set up as the premier place for competitive NBA 2K. Take your lineup online and go 12-0 for exclusive player cards. Finally, we're holding a $250,000 tournament in My Team Unlimited. Get 10 wins before January 18th to get into the final game day qualifier. Place in the top 4 and cement your spot in the 32-player tournament. It all goes down in Chicago at NBA All-Star Weekend, where one My Team player will earn $250,000. Last year, it was Skip to My Lou. This year, it could be you.
This is the 2KMC, and you're in luck because it's time for your State Farm Top Assists of the month. You submitted your assists, and now it's time to choose the best. Up first, we're with A1 in the wreck. With 4 seconds left in the quarter, chucks the full court pass for the green tray. They caught the defender celebrating and made him look foolish. Sweet pass down. Now let's hit the playground with Arkansas 538. Threading the needle. Tossing the no-looker to the cutter for the fancy layup. Squeezing that thing in between 3 defenders. Ain't nobody safe. Up next, we've got Larry Legend 2K. Teammate gets the snatch, runs the floor, and whips the behind-the-back assist for the one-hand jam. Getting flashy on both ends of the floor. Last up is Blackstro 34. Playing some Formula 2K, getting the strip and the elbow dime from half court. And then his teammate actually makes it. Are his elbows made of steel? That pass had some serious velocity. Now vote for your favorite State Farm Top Assist of the month. And if you want your highlights to be featured in an episode, then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. This is the 2KMC, and I'll be back. Next week with your top trampoline plays.
New Year's is all about resolutions.
Speaking of resolutions, what's your resolution?
My resolution is to text people back faster because I usually leave people on red for a really long time. Honestly, sometimes even years. So I'm trying to get better at that.
That's crazy. My New Year's resolution is for you to actually text me back.
I text you back just 3 days later.
3 days later, you know memes live and die by that time.
Because we text each other memes, or
We do.
you text me memes and then I respond to a little bit later. But that's what I'm gonna try to get better at.
I like it.
Yeah, and if you guys are trying to get better at 2K, you're gonna wanna check back next week.
That's right. We have a big episode full of tips to help take your 2K game to the next level.
So from all of us here at 2K TV,
Happy New Year.